Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Taru and today it is time for my 7th update for Pando's eyeshadows, and I have hair in my mouth. This project was of course created by Alexandra Sjösten many years ago. I've been doing it for many years. This year I am randomizing 4 eyeshadows and the goal is always to hit pan, and when I hit pan I will roll out the shadow and roll something new in its place, and we need to do that today because I have something to show you. So let's start first with the one that has been here. Well, I have two that have been here for 2 months. First up is this dude, the Nomad Cosmetics New Zealand Stargazing palette, and from here I randomized this dude, and I know I didn't use it a lot this past month, but I haven't used it at all, it seems. So it is still at 9 uses, and the dip is exactly the same. This doesn't really happen to me that often, that I completely ignore a shadow for a full month. To be honest, I haven't been wearing too much makeup. I've been exhausted from the heat when I was at our summer cottage and stuff, so that might explain, but I'm also wearing, have been wearing this look quite often, and you will know why in a moment. But this is staying in. Of course, still 9 uses, and it's gonna take a while, but I do have purples I need to work on in my palette, so yeah. And then the other one that has been here for 2 months now is this little dude. This is an elf shadow I dip potted, and you can see there is a dip forming in here. Last time I had used it 6 times, I used it 7 more, so we are now at 13 uses. And yeah, this is harder than I thought it would be, because it is on the very outer edges of my lids today, and I use a very tiny and very dense brush, and I would have thought that 13 uses would have gotten me into the pan, because this is also a very old shadow, but no, it took me many uses to actually even see the dip, so we'll see. But it's a good outer corner shade, so I don't mind working on it. I was just surprised that this tiny little thing is taking so long, but sometimes that happens. Then last time I rolled 2 new shades, and one of them comes from this one that we don't have to name, and it is this shadow right here, and you can see I have pan, because obviously I didn't want to disturb the little alien head, so the pan is in the corner, but a pan there is. No surprise there, because I had used that shadow quite a lot when I was working on this, for example, like these tones. Then I already had a dip, and it only took me 6 more uses to hit pan on that one, so no surprises there. We have a pan and a rollout. Then the last shadow was randomized from this palette, which was very appropriate because I'm working on this one in my project half pan, where I'm trying to hit pan on half of the shadows in every palette, and it happened to be the shadow I already started working on, thinking that would be the one I would hit pan on next, and I did. You can where is it? There, you can kind of see it. Okay, there. It's on my eyes today, and I hit this pan today, so it is quite small, so I definitely need to use it a few more times to make it visible, because like it's kind of hidden under the kind of ledge or whatever. But there is a pan in here, and that also took me 6 uses to hit that pan, because like I said, I already started using that shadow for the half pan project. So 2 eyeshadows. I'm also wearing this one for the last time on my crease today, and it works. These 3 worked nicely, and that's why I used them quite a lot, and then the purple was left out. I didn't mean to, but that happened. So 2 new pans in this project, but let's see the full picture of my pan percentage. So last time I had 289 pans, and that was 57.2% of all my shadows. So I've kind of half panned my collection. I'm still working on half panning every palette. And this time I have 297, so I hit 8 pans total during this past month, which is nice. And that makes my pan percentage 58.8. So it is creeping up there. I don't know if I remember to make like a half year thingy last update, but we started at 45.3%, and now we are at 58.8. And I had 229 pans in the beginning of the year, and now I have 297. So that is quite a lot. That is almost 70 pans. 68 if I can count. So yeah, that, I mean, definitely Project Half Pan has like made me hit pan a lot this year, because I'm trying to get like all of the pans half pound. So yeah, that has been working quite nicely. But now we need to randomize 2 new shades. Why are you randomizing? We don't want this, like, no, clear history. We don't want this accidental roll. 114. Let's see. I have like 200 without pan. 114, where are you? Ooh, Revolution Courage. I switched my vanity 2 weeks ago, so now I have all my palettes like they are not in the boxes anymore. They are actually all here, so I can grab them very easily. This is the palette in question, and I just updated. I realized that my list there was a lot of shades that already had pans that I forgot to take out of my list, but now it should be accurate. So first, without a pan from this palette, and it's this one, which is very similar to my palette shade that I'm trying to finish. And it's a boring shade, so I do have a rule that if I'm trying to finish a shade similar to what I rolled, then I can re-roll. Otherwise, I don't do re-rolls. 204. Is that the last? Yes, it is the last. And that is, again, this palette. This is the newest one, so it is last on my Speaking of boring, because yeah, the actual last shadow already has pan, so is this a setting shade or a first transition shade? Okay, it's maybe a first. Well, maybe it's a setting shade. Can you even tell that I put it there? Maybe. Okay, it could work. I think it is slightly darker than I am, so I mean we rolled it in, so I'm gonna use it as a first transition shade if it works like that. So I guess we're gonna keep it in, and I should also swatch these that are staying in. I'm a mess. I was too excited to go into my new setup. Which, by the way, now that I'm swatching, I could ask you, would you like to have a vanity tour? Because now I'm like actually have all my makeup so that it's kind of visible. Is that something you would enjoy? That would mean I'd have to clean the room a little bit. Which is not a bad idea. Don't get me wrong. And then this one. So let me know if that is something you would appreciate, to see how I have my panning items separate, and you can barely even tell. Let's see that if the other one is also very boring shade, I might break my own rule. 55, that's a bit of an older palette. 55, where are you? Iconic Division. Ooh, okay. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. This one. The last shadow from this guy that does not have pan is this. I think it will work with the other purple, I think, because this is very much a darker shade. Yes, and it's more brown leaning, like a burgundy. It looks almost brown. Swatched out, maybe you can see the burgundy purpleness in here a bit more. This is broken. It's the Revolution dupe for Subculture. I almost forgot. But yeah, I guess that's the color story. You can't even tell we have made an appearance. So yeah, that is. I guess we're heading towards the autumn season and autumn color story, which I don't mind. Yeah, because this is my autumn palette, basically. This, when I think of autumn palettes, this is. So I haven't used this in a while, so it's nice to have it in the rotation. So yeah, that is it. I would assume that I could hit pan on this one quite easily. Maybe I will even take an easy pan and use it as a primer setting shade. I can't speak, but we'll see. It might also be a first transition shade if I build it up a little bit, which then might be even more easier to pan on that way. We'll see. But yeah, it bugs me to roll out shadows, but this is too similar to the one that I'm very close to finishing, so we're gonna leave it be. This is what we're gonna work on, because I don't have also a lid setting shade that I'm trying to hit pan on currently in any of my trying to half pan palettes. So okay, I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.